Ja. Blijf. Blijf. What's going on, traders out there? I'm starting up. I'm about to take this off and we're about to get into some stocks. Everybody, do me the favor. If you guys want to start up, hit that like button. Let's see if we can get 25 likes at least. We got about 50 people watching us right now. Let's smash up that like. If you guys want to get us started, let's go. 25 likes and I'll get started. I see 8 out there. Come on. Start us up. Hope you guys like the tunes at least. Mike Wrecker, Benjamin. Damn it. Let's go. Chase in the house. Dotty by nature. There you go. 29 likes. That's what I wanted to see. You know what that means? It's time. It's time. Sound the alarm. Money Mitch is here.
It's time for Money Making Mitch. When investors need a story, we're going to the moon. Welcome to Money Mitch, where story is everything. I'm here to find you the next opportunity. It's all about the green hands. Now we all know the bull market is here to stay. Money Mitch.
What's up, traders out there? How you guys doing? I just wanted to do a little bit of a Sunday action stream, just get a little bit of stocks in before we get to our week. Who's excited to get started? Let me know in the chat. Say hello, especially if you're new. If you don't know who I am, welcome to it. I'm Money Mitch, the Money Mitch. You guys already have heard me probably. If you guys watch Benzinga's content, I have 4 shows on Benzinga, guys. You guys check me on out. I got pre-market prep. We go into live trading. Yes, we do some live trading action, so check me out on there, of course. And then I've started a new show, Stock Market Movers with Money Mitch. That's going to be at 1 p.m. Eastern to 2 p.m. That's a show you don't want to miss. Why? Because it's not just about me there. I'm going to be trying to bring 2 expert opinions, whether those be market strategists, whether that be someone running an ETF. We'll get to the experts' opinions on stock market movers. And then, of course, we do At the Close, which is from 3:30 to 4. That's with Joel Alconen taking us into the close. So don't miss that. And let's get into some action. I see a lot of stock traders in here getting on up. Yes, smash up that like. Let's go. Let's go. Let's get it on up. Let's take a look at the overall market before we get too far into today's action. You guys can see, yes. Oh my God. Friday was what a day. We went from a high of 411 down towards a low of 401.44. And we actually got a low of 389.53. Sorry, I was on the wrong day there, but definitely it's been tough. We had this kind of W pattern that was holding up, and you can see here we tested it. And I always talk about when you're seeing test on daily charts. And so one of the things, and I'll put this full screen so you guys can see this a little bit better. One of the things that I always look for is some topping action, right? So I always look for about 3 or 4 attempts to try to get through the highs. And we can take a look here on the hourly. We're going to take a look here. So this was the first attempt to kind of get through that highs, right? And then we had a second attempt to get through the highs here. Overall market went for the third attempt here. And after I see this third attempt and you start seeing that line, you can see here with the W, that pattern's working for us, right? And so one of the things we want to do is we want to keep that eye on that. So if we see this W pattern, a nice bullish bottoming effect pattern, right? And so we want to see that trend line really hold. We're looking for days where it actually closes past that to show us confirmation that we could see the trend turn around. And this is what we're trying to do as technical analysts out there. So when we take a look at a chart like this and we start seeing that action right around here, when we start seeing that action, you're going up, you're coming down, you're going up, you're coming down, you're going up. When you get that third attempt and you start breaking through here, you start seeing that trend break, you definitely want to break it the next time around and continue through. You can see here on the fourth attempt, we do not break on out there. What do? We reject the high there again. And when we reject 4 times, this is when we're going to go ahead and look for downside action. I've seen this plenty of times. You guys check it on out on your technical charts and look for this. This has a lot to do with also Elliott wave effects, right? And so a lot of times when we're getting waves, we get kind of these 5 patterns. And so it could be a 5-3-5-5 pattern. And so one of the things is always understand that when you're looking at these patterns, there's a lot of times you're going to get kind of multiple resistance tests. And if it doesn't give you that test, a lot of times we get tests to support. It doesn't mean that it's always going to break down, because we could get another test of resistance. But what you're going to do is you're going to look to see if it's going to break the support moving forward. That's exactly what happened here on Thursday. once we started breaking that support around 408, you could see that we really started declining and started heading back towards further support. Now the real question is, do we break through the 380s and this low that we have here from the May 20th, and that low went to 380.54. We're going to look to see if we close below that. Another thing to keep in mind here, and I like to take a look at this and on a longer term time frame, is using some extremes on something like an oscillator or something like an RSI, because we want to find out how oversold we're really getting to, and is this the moment of extreme oversoldness. And one of the things that I look for, and I'll show you right now on the RSI. My camera froze up there a little bit. Let me just hold on. Let me restart my camera here. At least my internet's doing well, guys. I'm at least doing a little bit better today. You guys let me know how my internet's doing. What's up in the chat? Amber Turd. Amber Turd, what's up? It's Money Mitch. Who don't know Money Mitch? Let's go, Rex. All right, I'm getting my camera back on here. Let's go. Come on, camera. Wake up. What? Let me replug it in. All right, there we go. Now I woke up. Boom. You guys will see me. There it is. You guys saw it was working up. There you go. Let's do RSI, a little overlook onto RSI, right? And so when I look at RSI, a lot of the times, what are we going to do? We're not going to worry too much when it's in the middle. We're only going to worry at times of extreme points in our scale of RSI. And so a lot of times what I like to do is draw a top line where I see, some extremeness. There's not many times that you're seeing these spikes up here. Those are moments of extreme bullish moments. And you can see, what did we have right before we topped out in November? We had an extreme topping out action on the RSI. And then we started actually giving up that RSI as we were coming back up, trying to break out. It failed right there again. And then it really started washing out. Now the RSI has come on multiple times around here, around this 23 level. That's what we're going to watch now to see if we break through that. And when that day happens, look for some capitulation on the downside, and we could find some bottoming action. But let's get out of the overall market. Everybody came in here to throw up some stocks. So throw up stocks in the chat. I'll keep taking a look at them. I'll try to go in between the sectors and industries that I'm going to take a look at now. This is what I really like doing, guys. I like to go through sector and industry analysis. So let me know in the chat if that's what you like doing. But we got to know where the rotation's going. Where is the money flowing? All right, guys. Looks like my camera is struggling today. I don't know what's going on with my camera. Got to figure that one out. I think it's the battery. Have like a plug-in battery here. Gotta make sure we're running smooth tomorrow. This was the whole thing of testing a little bit. Well, we'll keep an eye on the camera, guys. Let's keep it going here. Let's take a look at the sectors and see what we're looking on out there. Consumer defensives, this is the daily chart. You can see how we were really pushing up in March to April, but have pulled back and haven't really given us a nice, real long, consistent drive back. Even utilities was looking hot for a little bit there, but look how in 3 days, you're right back down to this longer term trend line. And if you break that, you could see some major downside action. So take a look to see if you see stocks like Duke continuing on the downtrend. If that happens, then you could either attack these on the short side or at least have the knowledge that you're seeing the utilities break down, and it might not be the one that we want to take a swing. Yeah, the wisdom, the wisdom is growing, Let's go. Smash the like, guys. We got over 100 people. Can we get to 50 likes? What do we got now? Come on. Oh, 55 likes. Let's go. Let's get to 75. Let's do it. All right, guys, let's go. Let's take a look at some of these trades. So let's get out of utilities. Let's take a look at communication services. Where are stocks like that? We're talking stocks like Verizon. Look at this run that we've had recently in Verizon. This is either setting up for a continued breakout above here, the 52s, but really, what does this look like? This looks like we've tested up what? we can look again and we can use the rule of 3 here. So this is the first attempt to break out, right? Second attempt to break out. Third attempt to break out. And just on Friday, we just got that last attempt to break out. So I'm going to look for an actual downside action trade here. And this actually looks like a good setup. We're actually going to be watching this on live trading. I might attack this live. This actually looks like a good setup to the downside. You take a look here, you can start drawing this one into a red look so you can understand how it's looking. And now you're looking for that nice little breakdown. Another thing that's showing us that is, let's take a look here at the money flow. And one of the things that you want to see is some downside action. Use money flow to tell you how the money's coming in and coming out. You can see how we streaked on up on that big breakup here. Now, one of the things that you've seen some sideways action. You want to see it just break down here, show you confirmation and close down here. Let's say around, let's say the 70s, coming on down there. And when you use this as a confirmation, this is going to lag, but this is one way to kind of watch and give yourself confirmation if you do take the trade, if it can continue going on the downside. So Verizon looking like a good little setup on the downside. I would see probably a similar thing here in AT&T. You can see here, this kind of trended up to here. Then you can draw a little peak here. And boom, you start coming back down. This looks like it wants to come back somewhere in the 20s here, around $20. And that's a first attempt there towards 20, and then could keep coming on down. We'll see what happens there in AT&T. Another area that, of course, you guys can watch here. You can watch like stocks like WBD, Warner Brothers Discovery. Look how weak these have been. You can see they're just really giving up. All right, let's go to energy. Energy actually just pulled up a pullback here, but we all know, and I mean, you could tell me in the chat, when's the last time you guys pumped, and how was that? Hit the like, you snitches, says Devin. I like it, man. I like the hope there. Flex, let's go, baby. Aloha, Mitch, new show? No, this is a hangout. I would call this more of a hangout. You know, I got a little music playing in the background. Let's play a little music here. Hey, let me know if that gets too loud in the chat. I want to play some music in the background, kind of vibe on out. Actually, I like this station a little bit more. Let me get this one rolling. What is up with my camera today? I'm gonna have to fix this battery here, guys. Sorry about that, guys. When it's not the internet, it's the camera, guys. I'm sorry, I'm fighting over here, but I got you guys. I'll fight through. We'll have some fun. All right, guys, let's keep this going. Let's go. Do me the favor, guys. Smash that like. I will be right back right quick. I just got to take a quick second to fix my camera so that you guys stop dealing with this.
Introducing portfolio synchronization with your brokerage. Now you can securely connect your brokerage account to Benzinga Pro, opening a world of personalization. Screen lightning fast news just for the stocks you own. Set alerts for news catalysts that affect only the companies you care about. It's all possible with a simple click and a secure protective connection. Overcome uncertainty and connect your portfolio to Benzinga Pro today.
All right, traders, let's keep it going. Let's get through some stocks. Let's go to some oil trade. I've been calling this pullback to 100. I actually like this look towards the upside. One of the things that we're going to continue watching is this green line. We're going to make this green so that we can know what it represents for us. It represents a pullback. This is what they call an actual throwback look. A lot of people call it pullbacks, but when it's on the actual upside, technically, if you guys understand the terminology, this is what you would call a throwback. And then we're going to see if it can really start peaking back towards that 105. I would actually look for a strong day, maybe a red to green. Maybe you test close towards this 99.79, maybe to 75, maybe to 70. I wouldn't expect it breaking 99. Look for that red to green. That's what I'm going to be looking for in ExxonMobil. But like always, guys, choose your own trades and your own risk take, and check us out on live trading because I just might take this one live. Let's take a look. Chevron Group, also right here off the 173. We're going to look for it to hold support, right? And so it's made 1, 2, 3 drives, but it hasn't made that 4th drive. Let's see if it gets back up there and comes through the 180s. We're going to keep on watch to see if oil can continue to run. This one also has a trend line on the upside to kind of hold it off that support, and we'll see if it get back there towards the 180. All right, what's going on in the chat? I see a lot of people, so if you want to, say hello. I see you, Tony. I'll go ahead and I'll cover your CRM here. Let's go take a look there. Salesforce. Salesforce looks like it's coming right back down. You know, it had this resistance here. Let's pull it a little bit closer. I use it off this high here, but we're going to pull it back towards this high. And you can see here how we were respected. We respected that. So that's going to be the line in the sand for the upside. If it gets back up through there, yeah, you could get some upside action. But right now, it looks like you just broke back down and you want to come back down through here. And one of the things that you can clearly see here is what? A shadow. Shadow zones love to break a lot of the times. And so if this comes into this shadow zone, you could see it come and fill this area right back down to 166. Watch out on the downside. CRM looks like it's pulling back a little bit. All right, we need some put options for tomorrow. Hey, I'll tell you some looks. There's one thing that I'm not afraid of, and that's taking some shorts. Y'all might call me evil, but I just say join the dark side. All right, let's keep it going, guys. Let's take a look on out there. What do you guys want to take a look at? If you guys got it, take it on look. And don't take an Amber Turd on me. Trader John, who's Money Mitch? Let's keep it going. All right, Julio with a Starbucks. This is actually one of my best shorts that we did, and we knocked this one down here on Friday. This was a great trade here. Could have held on to it, actually. You know, I shorted it at the very beginning here. I'll show you guys where I got into it, and I took a nice little trade off of it. I got in right out the gates here. 930 hits. You see a down action. It came back to VWAP. I got in here, coming on back through the low of the day. That's where I like to come and take the profits on this one. But if you take a look, this one just kind of slowly leaked all day and could continue to leak. This one's really weak. I don't think it's showing any upside. And if you take a look here, we're going to delete some levels so you guys can see some things here. And so you can see here, there's some gappage here that it can come in and try to fill tomorrow. So we'll see if it comes and fills that. And then you might get a little bit of a bounce, but I could see it filling that gap. We'll see what happens there on Starbucks. All right, Mitch, what kind of bottom would you look for in Airbnb? I got you, Devin. Let's take a look. Airbnb. So Airbnb is one of those that keeps cutting through its 52-week low. And so once you start seeing that and it's actually using it as resistance right above here, you can see around the 123s and the 120s, it cannot get above there. Until I see it get back up there, that's when I would start going bullish and getting into the move. So one of the things that you got to understand, and we can take a look at this and kind of, this is a perfect stock to look at, is that even if a stock is bottoming, right, we're going to get kind of that V action, right? And so there's certain levels that you can look for on the upside that you can tell yourself, when it comes back up through here, I'm going to get excited to go bigger into a longer position. But one of the things that you can also do is you can try to fish down. You can be like, okay, so I'm going to put in a little bit here. I'm going to put in a little bit here. But the big thing is, if you do that, you're going to have to put a nice big size when you come back up through that level so that you can really kind of juice up the trade and better your average. So this is why it becomes difficult, and it's more of a high risk trade to try to call the bottom. So what I recommend is, at least, and you know, like always, guys, this is for educational purposes only. I'll put the disclaimer in here. But what I would look at, and this is not for Airbnb particular, but I'm just talking about how I would attack bottoming, right? Is that forget about this one. Forget about this one. Wait till you see that nice V effect or some bottoming effect and look for some levels that you're going to be like, okay, so if we come back up through 123, I'm going to put a green line there. When we come back through here, I expect to see some bulls start coming back into the stock because they'll hit that kind of bottoming from the IPO also. And then we'll look to see, okay, we'll jump in here. We'll try to jump in right before it and maybe right above it on the pullback for it to hold that. Because that would be giving me that better approach. So if you get that move where it comes right above it, comes to 130, then pulls back to 125, and then you're adding in here. That's the way I would like to get at it. And it's just kind of talking about how we could approach a stock at the bottom. All right, let's get to some other stocks. Thanks, bro. I listen to you every morning. Let's go, Tony. I'm going to keep it going. All right, we got over 180 people here. How many likes do we have? Can we get to 125? Let's go, guys. Let's hit the like. Let's go. All right, Mitch, your thoughts on KHC? Mad money. Don't worry. I know you always steal my picks anyways, Kramer. But let's go. KHC. All right, let's go ahead. Let's see what's going on here in the 40s. You can see here how you kept trying to come up, but you've been failing. And when this failed, it failed hard here. And one of the things that I've seen is that in the defensives, you just can't keep holding any gains right now. So last time we came on up, we started breaking on out. When I was looking at it here, it looked good. It came back up. It looks strong. And look how these candles have really built up here. So we're going to really need this to come back roaring. So unless this comes back in the next couple of days, I would be looking actually maybe to see some potential downside in KHC. And it does have a further support. So you can see here on the monthly, it keeps coming back here into this 35. So look for 35 to play as support right now. But if that breaks 35 here, if that breaks down there, just be careful because you could see it down to 30s real quick. All right, let's go. Let's go. Let's see what else we got on out there. All right. We got Natty Trader. Natty Trader. Let's do it. Siren. Ooh, $2 stock. Let's see it. I'm not afraid. I'll take a look. All right, let's see the volume here. I have my RSI too big here. Okay, there is some volume pop. That's why you're taking a look at this. Okay, so this is going to be a relatively easy chart. I would keep this one simple. In my mind, whenever you play these smaller names, and I'll tell you guys because I've played names like this, is we want to keep things simple here so that we can make it easy to come in and out of the trade. And so let's go to the hourly chart. Hourly chart, I actually like for these cheap names. A lot of people don't use hourly charts enough, I would say, because they're too stuck in the 15s. They're too stuck in the 3 minutes or the 1 minute charts. And if you use an hourly, you're going to be able to really start seeing some better levels. At least I like to look for that. And one of the things that I can see here is this looks like a little bit of a rounding bottom here. So you get this kind of effect where you get this bottoming look. And so I'm going to kind of draw it out to kind of show you guys that. And then you're getting kind of this cup and handle look here. So let me actually pull this up here a little bit. So now we get in this kind of cupping pattern, right? And then you get this push on up to resistance for the breakout here. I'm going to zoom in so you can see that a little bit. Let me pull this down a little bit here. Just give us a little bit more room to see the chart. Let's go full screen here. Okay, so now we can see it here. So that bottoming effect coming into a cup and handle. So what we want to see is an attempt maybe to wash out some longs right at the open towards 225 and then coming right back up through 250. Kind of giving you that cup and handle kind of look. And it could even come down to lower than that. It could come down over here. But one thing that you really are looking for is the breakout above 250. If that could happen with some good volume, because you see this really hard decline of volume after you had a good day here, you need some volume going into that push. So it's okay if it's low volume coming down, but when it's coming through that 250, you want a nice volume push going into that lift. Another thing is, look how this RSI is starting to kind of give you that trend here. It's giving you that trend. You don't want to see it break here through this level down here around this 58. You want to see it retrace a little bit, catch, and then take back off. We'll see what happens there. That's Siren, and we could do a $2 stock. Let's go. Money Mitch on a Sunday. You got it right, Daniel. Money Mitch taking some time out of his Sunday night to go ahead and hang out with you guys. So do me the favor, hit the thumbs on up, and let's keep going. Can I check out DM? I'll check out whatever you want to check out, guys. I'm here for you guys. Let's go. All right, desktop metals. Let's take a look here. This is actually one that I want to long-term invest in. I haven't gotten in it. I've made money on this one before, but I'm looking for it to kind of retrace a little bit. I've talked about how what I've done is I've put this long-term trend line in, and I said until it gets past that, I'm not really interested. And you can see we got close here. We kind of got close, so we're looking for a push really above kind of 342. That's really when I'll start getting a little bit bullish. But one thing I will tell you is you did see this nice volume coming on this here. So don't look for it to break that anytime soon right now, because if it does, you'd probably see some continuation on the downside. You want to see that hold. That's the 126 on the downside. Let's see that hold. It continue in here, maybe get up there towards the 342 area. Then it'll start looking stronger. For right now, of course, this is still a huge downtrend and hasn't turned around. And until you really see kind of a market bottoming, it's kind of hard to expect to see desktop metals change their route anytime soon. But who knows? Maybe some infrastructure talk gets this one moving. All right, what are you guys up to? You guys enjoying it? Let's keep it going here. IMPP, a favorite out there. This is an 88 cents stock, so I'm gonna try to do this real quick here. You can see here I've already have the fibs drawn out for us. So this stock actually went on up here, right? Did 100% move. We can look for a breakout above 105. That's what I'd be looking for. And this is actually kind of giving you that nice little pattern right through here, right? And so another thing you can see here is what? One attempt to break out, 2 attempts to break out, 3 attempts. We're getting into the rule of 4 that I like to talk about. I almost don't even like to talk about this too much because I feel like I'm giving the secrets out there. I don't want to give too much out there. But let's keep going. You can see here also this is holding the retracements of 50%, then moving on up here towards the 61.8 here. Well, it's the 23 actually. This would be the 23.6 here from the move because it's a little flip down here. This should be up here. So if you draw this right here, you can see this retrace to like right about here. So there's the 23.6. Now you want to see it get back on up there. Boom, get that push through $1, and then it can continue pushing. We'll see what happens there. Boom, IMPP, let's go. It's going to pull back. It could. Where would we get out of this trade? Probably right around here, the 77 cents. It could pull back towards, let's say, around 80 cents, but I wouldn't want to see it break 77. AMC, Antonio Miller out there. Shout out to you, man. Let's keep it going. All right, let's go. What do you guys see on out there? Hit the like button, hit the subscribe. If you're brand new to the show or have never seen our content, please do us a favor, guys. Hit the like button. Let's go. All right, let's take a look at the AMC Dragon. You can see here we've been failing every time we get back above 15. If we ever get above there again, that's when I'll start looking bullish right now. But for right now, this looks like a bearish pattern to me. Looks like you're trying to come out and take this line again here. You can see you failed to get to it here. And so really, once you break through there, you should see a little bit of a slippage down towards 11. If it does come back down through here, that's where I start really getting worried. That's 10.06 on the downside. Does look like it's coming on down right now. Unless the trend can change, right now this looks like a bearish pattern to me. And you can see here the RSI. Let's take a look here at how the RSI has been. There has been some extremes lately as it keeps coming down here. You don't want to see it back down there to the 6 because it could come through that 10. All right, let's go. What else we got? Looks like we got 192 people in here. Can we smash it on up, get to 150 likes? Trying to do good. You guys are enjoying me. I'm going through stocks all that you guys want to go through. You guys want, let me get back to some sector and industry analysis. If not, I'll take some more stocks from you guys. Just keep throwing them up in the chat. I got you guys. All right, let's take a look at basic materials because basic materials was looking like it was starting to come back. We started seeing a nice drive on back here, but then look how quickly we faded off here. And now we did see gold come back a little bit with that inflation. That high inflation came out, and we saw a bottoming in gold. So this is one trade that I will be looking for. going into next week is, can we get into this area? Can we come back into this gap zone that's up there towards the 850s? We'll look for a day 2 move in stocks like GOLD, stocks like AU, stocks like NEM. These are all gold stocks. Keep those on watch. And of course, let's take a look also at silver. Very similar moves here. Take a look at some of these silver names: AG, PAAS, FSM. All these looking interesting for a day 2 move. We'll see if these can get moving, of course, with the inflation trade. Now, one area that I do see that could get strong again is coal, but it's hanging on by a thread right now here on this. And so we don't really want to see this kind of close red. We don't want to see a close underneath here. We want to see this hold this and come right back on up here and start ripping again. So let's look for a strong day on coal. And if we get it, we get it. Stocks like BTU, stocks like AMR, stocks like ARCH. This one actually looks nice here. Look how this one's setting on up here. Nice attempts. 1, 2, 3. We always talk about how on that 4th attempt, we're looking for the breakout. Let's see if we can get some volume coming into this trade too. With that breakout, that will give us some good confirmation. A move above, let's say, 2 million shares or 1.5 million shares. That's what I'd be looking for, that, at least on the volume side. Let's go. Let's go. Let's see it. Another way is you could use the RSI. Look at this trend line. See it go through there. Close, let's say, up here. And you see the price action go through there. Boom. Confirmation. I hope you guys are enjoying the technical analysis right now. I'm going through and giving pretty much all my tips and just running through here. This is exactly what I do every single day. Tune in tomorrow, 8 a.m., pre-market prep. I hope we see some new faces there. And let me know that you came from the Sunday show and it made it worth it for me to be on right now. All right, let's keep going. Let's take some other stocks. Let's take a look at some other plays here. Healthcare. How's healthcare doing? No bueno. This looks like shorts to me out there. Stocks like Pfizer, I could see this breaking on down. Stocks like Moderna, I could see that breaking on down. mRNA. Look at this setup. This one looks like it's really ready to break down. I don't think anyone's worried about taking COVID vaccines anymore. No offense if you are or you're not. I just see an opportunity here towards the downside. It already is looking like it wants to break through that March, that kind of May low here. And then if you break through that 122, I'd be looking for that downside action coming towards that 100 pricing in Moderna. We'll see what happens there. I'll be there tomorrow. Let's go. Pew, pew. All right, let's go. Let's go. Red box being mentioned in the chat. Eagle, you know it, my friend. I see you out there. RDBX. Should we go get a red box movie? Look at this monster, guys. I haven't traded this too much, but be careful because this could really turn around in a hurry. We did see this stock kind of sell itself off, you know. One of the things that I'd be looking for is when it comes back through 10, watch out because you could see some major downside action. Right now, it's done what? A couple drives. So let's take a look here. Let's use a little bit of Elliott wave theory. Yes, I said it, guys. Elliott wave theory. If you guys want to know what that is, you guys can look that up. But if you don't know what that is, just look it up. So I'm going to kind of just draw some lines here. They're not really trend lines, but I'm just going to draw that to kind of give us the drawing here of the moves here, right? And so you can see that we want a move up here. We actually take a move back through here, then come back, then take another drive here, right back up, right? And so a lot of this is going to be that one move, then you get that two, then you get that slope back up on that third move, then you get the fourth, and then you get the fifth move. To me, this is a complete Elliott wave, motive wave, and now you're going to look to see if you get into the correction. So you could see the stock trap up above 15 and then quickly fade back down as you see it kind of trap back down and get back into the corrective phase. So it doesn't mean that the whole trend is done because it could do something like this where it comes back to 10 and then really takes back off. And that would be the A correction, B, and then C going through with a move. So if you guys want to look that up, we'll see what happens there. But just to kind of give you guys some other insight there. All right, let's go ahead. Let's take a look at Apple. Apple being brought up by Akash. Let's do it. All right, bigger stock here, really taking a decline, and it really looks bad here for Apple. It doesn't look good after a product week where it really tried to get back up above. And so another 3 rule failing here. I don't even want to get through it. I won't even show it to you guys on that one, but look how that's failing there. And once that really started failing at the 145 level and getting through the shadow zone, because it gapped up here. So it gapped up into that zone. And when you saw that flush through that zone, boom, that's where we really started seeing that down. And it's looking like it's heading towards this bottoming action, that 133. That's what I'd be looking for in the next week. We'll see what happens. Love it, bro. Let's go, Ronnie. If you guys don't know the Elliott waves, check it on out. It's fun to like kind of watch. One of the things is I don't really use it to trade, but do I see it on the charts, especially longer term trends? And I'm like, okay, so we have kind of those 3 drives? Because the stocks like to do that breakout, another drive, one more drive, and then it goes for that last move and fails. So be careful with those. It happens. And we're saying it always happens? Not always. I mean, I don't think there's anything certain in technical analysis. The only thing that's certain is price, and price doesn't lie. Let's go. Let's go. HTZ says be supreme. Can't blame you, bro. If you're trying to, we're trying to kill it on Hertz. Can't blame you on that. I actually was looking at it to kind of get bullish here when we were setting on here. And you could see how he just failed. That was a little bit of a bullish trap here. And so you did see also the rule of 3 play up here, and it kind of failed and just really started coming back down. But one thing you could see here also is that when you came into here, it really started playing more into a bearish pattern and rejecting off of those highs. So since you've been rejecting off of those highs, it looks like it's on the retrace right now. And so it needs something like a catalyst or something to change the sentiment, because right now, it's looking like it wants to just take out these lows. And once you take out those lows, you could just come right back down through the layers of support around, let's say, 1625, and then taking out maybe the 1532s or down towards $15 on the downside. Hertz looks like it's pulling back right now. Doc U, Mitch, when's the Saturday show coming through? I'll be lost on Saturdays. No, I cannot handle Saturdays, guys. I'm usually, at least getting a little beer in me, I work like 6 days a week, guys. Got to keep it going, though. Where's the red light, Mitch? What, you really want to see red lights on Monday? You want to see red lights, man? Nah, we want to see what? Green lights, green light. Green light, Mitch. Green light, Mitch. That's what you want to see, guys. We don't want to see no we don't want to see no red lights. Come on. All right, Docu. Let's go. All right, DocuSign looks really bad, guys. It looks like it wants to come back into this whole price zone that you had over here. And so if it does get into that price zone, that's where you got to really be careful. That's back down towards the 50s. So it looks like it's trying to head into that area. And so I would look for an area at 50 to maybe look for a dip buy in Docu. But right now, it just doesn't look like it wants to stop leaking. And until I see this kind of either try to make this gap up, because you need some sideways time here. So I would look for like maybe a month or 2 of leakage, and then it eventually comes back on up through this box. But I would look for some area actually back down into this one before I would look into the green box where it could start really kind of ramping back. But I would wait for that area if I'm trying to catch a bottom on Docu. Right now is not the time, guys. One of the things is there's certain markets where you want to be trying to call bottoms. There's certain markets where you don't want to be calling bottoms. There's still a lot of concern and negative catalysts that could still hit us. I saw mentions this weekend, with Chinese and Taiwan. That situation's still out there. I'm not saying that it's going to happen, but that situation would knock us down some more. And then we would really start looking at, that ugly R word that we're not going to mention here, but we got to keep this in mind. Always risk management first. And right now, I think that too many people are trying to call bottoms versus risk management. Let's be smart. Let's wait till we see the ramp. Doesn't mean that if you miss, one day, you're going to miss the bottom. So in my eyes, I'm just going to be slower to the move versus trying to call bottoms. All right, NCLH, let's take a look here. All right, Norwegian looks like it's heading down there, and it just doesn't look like it wants to stop bleeding right now. And I think what we really need to see is some really good report from the cruise lines of, let's say, some record numbers and some real record numbers. Last time, it seemed to me like they were just trying to push a lot of the reservations that they had from credits. We'll see what happens. I think these could come back, but you got to remember how much of a debt cow these are. And right now, with interest rates rising, it affects these companies drastically. And so don't fight the tape, how Ned Davis said in technical analysis. Don't fight the Fed. Don't fight the tape. The tape right now says it's coming on down right now. RSI, let's take a look here. So when I look at RSI, I don't care when it's in the middle because that gives me no edge. In the middle for RSI, for me, is nothing. I care at extreme points of when RSI is either way too overbought. Overbought is considered at 80. I just look at the chart where I put it there. And I'd put it at 87 for NCLH on the top side. And then I would put a line here on the bottom side, and I would be like, okay, so not many times do we break down here. Let's say below 21. And so we're looking for the next moment that we can get down into that area. Then we could see some bottoming out action. We'll look to see if it comes back down into that area. And then we could see that action kind of catch that bottom. I'll even keep this drawn, so we'll see what happens there. FH. All right, let's go. Talking some real shit. You know it, Alex. Let's go. All right, let's go. Let's take a look here at financial services. It's kind of crazy to think that even financial services are coming down here, because normally financial services in a where they're raising interest rates, this would actually make financial services come up because it would make more money on the loans. But what's really happening here, and why the financial services are also looking towards the downside, is because the banks are looking at that R word, that recession. And recession, more along meaning that what? The money starts drying up. Not that many people go out for loans anymore. And you're seeing that in the housing market already. And so that's called demand destruction out there. And it happens really quickly here. And you can see how this is just fading off and affecting the banks. So let's take a look here. Stocks like Bank of America looking like it wants to crack to the downside. Goldman Sachs heading on down there towards the downside. JPM, downside. And don't forget what did Diamond said. He said the hurricane's coming and they're preparing. Could be a hurricane in the banks. All right, let's go to Amazon here. Amazon. Man, I'm going through too much here. I'm about to get off, guys. I've been on for way too long, guys. I've been on for almost an hour. I'm going to get in trouble. The wife's going to get mad at me. Do me the favor. At least let's get up to 150 likes. Let's go, guys. Let's go. All right, last stock here. Let's do Amazon. Amazon, let's take a look here. It looks like it wants to come back down through that pre-split pricing here. It did run and pre-split, and then what did it do? It caught a lot of people going long on that pre-split. I think it comes back down and breaks through the 100. And am I going to start looking for Amazon to try to get into this? Hell yeah. Who doesn't want to get a little piece of Amazon? But where is it going to stop? That's where you got to be careful, right? Because this could come on down and come back down as far down as I think 71s right now in my eyes. I'd be looking at monthlies and the monthly support down here is after 100 is down towards 71. That's going to be the first level that I'll be looking for. If we can get on down into that area, I'll start looking for some swings in Amazon. And look at this RSI. RSI is heading down really quickly here. This is on the monthly, so we could do the daily. Let's take a look at the daily one. And so we're going to look for extremes on Amazon, and that's back down here. I would say below 22s on the downside. So let's see if we can get back into that area, and then we'll start looking to see some bottoming action if it comes in. RSI in the tanker. Yeah, man. It doesn't look that good right now. All right, guys. Looks like we got 141 likes. Come on. 9 more likes from me, guys. Smash it up. I'll do Tesla to maybe get those likes. I know Tesla Dragon gets people going here. Tesla actually looks like a short. Yes, I said it, guys. Tesla looks like a short. It looks like it just can't hold on to 700 right now. And so we're going to actually delete this, and we're going to put it down towards this wick right here. And this is where I'm going to be looking for even a short here. And so tomorrow we'll be looking for that action through 688. If we get back through 750, of course, we could look for some upside action. But right now, I'm looking for downside through 688. We'll see what happens there. The Tesla Dragon. Let's go, Joseph. Shout out to you. Boom, boom. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and get on out of here. Appreciate the love. Appreciate the likes. Looks like we got 148. We needed 2 more, but it's okay. I still feel the love from you guys. Shout out to you. Don't miss tomorrow, guys. We're going to go ahead and get to pre-market prep. Then we got live trading. We'll get into some futures action. Then we got Benzinga live with AB. And of course, don't miss my new show, Stock Market Movers. That one's a great one because I'm going to be looking at what's going on in the day. So if you're the type that maybe you take a trade in the morning and you want to find out what's going on, come join me 1 p.m. Eastern. I'll get into the top movers of the day, what was hot and what was not. We'll also bring on 2 expert opinions throughout the day so that you guys get the opinions from the experts. Like always, what I look for is the real minds out there, working out there in the firms. We're looking for the best on out there. Last time we had an oil expert. We had an active ETF. We're going to keep bringing on more guests. Come join us at 1 p.m. Eastern. And then, of course, at the close. And don't miss Moon or Bust if you like some cryptocurrency action. I know that you guys, there's some crypto fans out there. That's at 2 p.m. Eastern. We got all action on Benzinga, and we're going to keep it going, baby. We ain't going to stop. So let me know in the chat. Where's the love? Enjoy your rest of the Sunday, and I'll see you tomorrow, bright and early. Let's go, baby.